Alright guys, what is up? So today's kind of a cool day. Literally outside it's like, last night it was minus 28 or something without the wind, so we're hunkering down inside here today. Gonna do a little demonstration right here on this whiteboard of the well casing that I had put in to the sunken greenhouse, and I just want to run through that with you guys just in case there's any confusion or if I didn't really explain things very well during the video. I'm also getting very used to recording and explaining what's going through my head at that time. I've never had to do that, so this is also a very big learning process for me to slow it down and explain to you guys about exactly what I'm doing. So I'd use this thing called a manual post hole auger. It had a selectable bit on it, so you could make it like a 4-inch hole or a 6-inch or even an 8-inch hole if you desired. So you could put in a bigger hole into the earth if you want. I just decided to use 6-inch because I was using a 4-inch casing. You can buy these manual post hole augers from Home Depot, Home Hardware. If you're gonna decide to put in a shallow well with a manual post hole auger, you have to make sure that the bit, that's the cutting piece on the bottom, is removable, so it's threaded, okay? And then you're gonna also need some lengths of 3/4 inch pipe with threads on either end and couplers to attach them. Okay, so I had drawn up this little demonstration here. The green is the sand and the clay, or earth, and the red indicates the casing, okay? So the red is the 4-inch casing that I had put into the earth at the end of this video here. The blue indicates the water table, and where you see this blue and the green mixed together, that's kind of right at the top of the water table where the sand and the water are kind of just starting to mix together. And that's where, when you start boring in there to the earth with the manual post hole auger, that's where it starts sloughing. And as soon as you get into the water table, it's next near to impossible to get anything else out. You can only go down so far into the water table, and that's it. So once we had bored all that earth out, which was around 20 feet, we had put the well casing in, which is indicated here by the red. And the next step now, once the well casing has been put in, is to decide what kind of pump system you're going to put in. So I have a jet pump system here, which is a sucking pump. So with that kind of system, you would use a sand point. I'm just going to use this blue marker here to indicate the sand point. It's going to be pushed into the well casing. It just slides down. I think it's 1.25 inch pipe, and a sand point is about I think 24 inches long. It looks like just a big steel sharp point that has some mesh around it. That allows you the water to go into the sand point through the sand. So we're gonna once we put that sand point into the earth, about 20 feet, we're going to hit the sand. We're going to have to pound it in with like a T-bar post hole pounder. So you kind of pound it, and you pound it in no deeper than 25 feet, okay? Because with a shallow well, with a jet pump, you can only go down to about 25 feet. If you're going to be going down, say 30 or 40 feet, a jet pump isn't probably the best type of pump for you to use for that application. I'd rather use a pump like a submersible pump that pushes the water up into the line and into the house, okay? So I hope this little demonstration here just kind of clarifies exactly what I had done in the greenhouse. If there's any questions, guys, leave me a question in the comments. I'd love to be able to reply to you. I'm also learning how to do this myself, slowing things down and explaining things better for you guys to have a better understanding so you could put in a shallow well for next to no money yourselves. This is a very cost-effective way to have fresh, clean, running drinking water, drinkable water, I guess. Frick, I'm a hillbilly. Not. But yeah, so just nice, fresh, clean drinking water in your house. I know there's a lot of talk where people don't really know they want to go off grid, but they're not really sure how or the steps to really becoming self-sufficient and going off grid. This is my 4th winter here alone in the woods. It's been quite a journey, but it's been amazing. If you guys are thinking about going off grid or kind of stepping back from modern day life, I really highly suggest that you weigh out these options. I'm going to be posting another video here on 10 things that you need to consider before you decide to go off grid. There's a lot of different things that you have to think about. But anyways, let's hop into this video of me going into the greenhouse, and you'll be able to see, oh, my fancy light died. Boom. It's on now. It's off now. Oh, the computer. Dang computers. Went into sleep mode. Sorry about that. So, with that being said, let's just dive into me installing this well casing and boring the hole into the earth. Alright guys, peace out, enjoy the video. Leave a question if you guys are unsure of anything, or if I missed something explaining it, don't be shy, leave a comment in the video, and be sure to like and subscribe. Peace out, enjoy guys, bye. Get this job done. Do it yourself well project, Saskatchewan style. Alright, so we're coming out of the airlock there. Got to get up on here to remove this panel up here, this one right here, so that so the pipe extensions can come out of the roof. So we got to take that off before we get started in this work here. So all right, let's get this camera set up so you guys can kind of watch what I'm doing. All right. All right, so that's off. That gives us access to get the pipes through. So when we're boring into the earth, so a lot of people take water for granted and the importance of it, and I know most people just turn on their tap and magically the water flows out, but it does come from somewhere, and mine comes about 25 feet is what my big well is, but for right now we're just doing a temporary water solution fix. So let's get to it here. These panels for the greenhouse, I'll just give you a little scoop on these panels, are really nice quality product out of Calgary. Had them shipped in from my local Home Depot. They're 4x8 sheets, and very nice product, polycarbonate and stuff. So I think right here we're gonna do some work. I think right there is where we're gonna bring the handle through, and let's bore a hole in here and see if we hit water. All right. Lord willing, we'll have some good water there. So, all right, let's get to it. This takes a bit of muscle, and it's definitely a good workout. So, as you'll see, I'll probably be sweating quite a bit, and yeah, But that's good. That's what keeps a guy alive, is working hard and proper diet, nutrition, and healthy living. So let's get to this. All right. This 3/4 inch pipe cut up into different length size for this job. I went and got that this morning from my local hardware store. I got 30 feet in total. I'm not going down 30 feet. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much it starts sloughing in. So these are threaded. The ends of these are threaded on here. So we're gonna pop this one off. You'll need, if you're thinking about doing one of these, you'll need two pipe wrenches for this job. Oh man, that baby is on there. Okay. Okay. You're curious about the costs. I don't know if I told you, but I had the local hardware store thread 3/4 inch threads on the different lengths of this pipe. They charged me $5 per length, which I didn't find was that hard expensive. In total, the couplers and the pipe were $200 Canadian. Which, I mean, if you're gonna put in a well or have access to water, I thought that was relatively pretty cheap for a do-it-yourself project. You can do this most places that have decent soil conditions. Lord really blessed me up here where I have lots of sand and clay. See, nice clay
can actually make bricks out of that if you wanted to. Maybe we'll do that one day. But for today, we're just gonna go get us some water. Oh. Okay. You'll feel stones if you're hitting some stones or gravel. You'll feel that in the handle of the pulse tool auger. I haven't hit anything yet. Seems to be going pretty good. Three and a half years ago, right before COVID, I had no idea about how to do any of these things, okay? It's a bit intimidating to do a project like this, but it's important to tell yourself that you can do this. Time here for another extension. Try and keep the threads as clean as you can. Life is good, guys. Just getting a breath here from putting this temporary well into the sunken greenhouse. You can see the handle sticking out of my house here. Whew, what a workout. What a workout. But I just wanted to give you an update. Hit my head there. This is the airlock system for winter into the sunken greenhouse. All right, I'm pumped up. Life is good. Life is good. It's hard, but it's good, right? All right, so what are we? 18 feet down. Just pulled my auger bit up out of the earth here. Give you a little idea. This is a little mining light here from a previous job I had. Let's take a look down there. I don't know if you guys can see down there. But we're down there. We're down there about 18 feet. But this is cool. You see, on the top, you can see water. That's exciting. When you're working out here all around, it's always important to protect your eyes, protect your body, because I'm always doing something physical or dangerous. Can be tough. All right. Let's keep going. So when you get to this stage where you're just starting to get some water on top of your soil, it wouldn't be a bad idea to take a break if you can, or have somebody else help you. I don't really have anybody else. Cash, he's having a nap. That's okay. But for me, I don't really have anybody else to help me. I'm gonna keep going on this alone. But when you get into start hitting some water, then you gotta keep going, because your hole will eventually start to slough in. I can hear water down there. Oh. And as you go down, water starts creeping up the sides. Water starts creeping up all around. Look, oh yeah, look at that. See that? That's water. Not much yet, but we'll get into it. But we have to make sure we have enough energy in the bank to really hammer through this last about 10 feet before we put the cribbing in. Now, my work was throwing out some old 4-inch, I think it was electrical conduit or something, but to myself, I was thinking, heck, that would make a pretty nice, well cribbing. I wasn't really expecting to do an episode on a well quite yet, but here it is. So we're gonna put a 4-inch well cribbing down this 6-inch hole. And then we're gonna put a little gravel around the outside, just for a little bit of a kind of center it. Oh, the water is creating a suction. Down there. And that gets hard. I don't know exactly what this would weigh, but My guess probably all the pipe and this big hunk of mud, wet clay I guess it would be. I guess this is probably maybe only, I mean I have a couple 30-pound dumbbells in the house. It's probably about 30 pounds when it's loaded up, maybe not quite, but when you go down in there and that bit starts to grab suction on the sides of the wall of your hole, it makes it hard to pull it up. But it's just temporary. Little pain, a lot of gain. Little pain. Just using a flat head screwdriver to muck all this clay out of here. I was gonna charge this camera, but I wanted to show you guys something here quickly down the hole. I don't know if you can see it down there, but there is water building up down there. All right, for real. Now I'm gonna go charge it. But that's exciting. I wanted to show you that we had some water. I'm gonna go charge this up. All right, so this is the 4-inch cribbing we're gonna use. We're down 20 feet. Feet-ish, so it's really filling up full of water. It's really sloughing in the sides, and I have to get this cribbing in before we start losing it, or I'm gonna try and get a little bit more out. So you can see down there, there is some good water in there. You can hear it. I don't know if we're gonna be able to slough any more out of there, like take it out with the postal auger. We're gonna try a little bit, but I think we're gonna get this cribbing down in here. I'll try one more. You can see goes down nicely, but oh man. I want to lose the chain. Nothing stays in there. It's time to put this in. All right. Thank you, Lord. All right, I'm gonna go grab some more pipe, see if we can get a little bit more on there. That's exciting. That's big. Everything works out. Okay, guys. Woo! Casing's in, the cribbing. Non-stop going, start to finish, maybe an hour and a half. We've successfully put a well in. All right, so we just went and hauled this gravel out here. It's clean. We're gonna go bucket this into around that cribbing or casing, whatever. Now some of you guys are gonna be like, it's not the proper way, but I'm not a professional. But I do know that if you were to get a big well put in, you'd be into thousands of dollars. This cost me, the cribbing was free due to recycled goods, the gravel I had around the house, and the pipe extensions were about $200.